coffee. After yesterday, I think many people in the UK can be disappointed, hugely disappointed, after releasing the budget. Especially that the Labour Party in 2024 promised in their manifesto they will not raise tax. And this is how reality works. So let it breaking down. I jotted down some couple of interesting stories from this budget. So you need to pay more as a national insurance contribution when you are paying for your private pension. It's like the slap in the face of working people. So how you dare to save, right? Income tax thresholds have been frozen by 2029. So it will push people to pay higher tax. Two-child benefit cap gone. It means it will benefit families with more than 2 children. We know who will be benefiting from it. And also interesting one from these who were, just the protagonist to buy EV because they are saving planet. And it will be taxed for your electric car, right? Also 2% from dividend if you have some shares, and so on. So in a nutshell, let me look at some numbers, and this is how it looks like. Welfare spending will increase by 4.7 billion in 2026-2027, increasing to 9.3 billion in 2029-2030. 8 billion in tax increases for frozen thresholds, dividend property, savings taxes up, rising 2.1 billion. And of course, some of you, can say, oh, they lied to us, and so on. But folks, it's critical to understand this is how it works. This is how socialism and communism works. We need to understand the politicians are pathological liars. And this is the typical example. They promised everything just to gain your votes, and then they did completely the opposite, right? And how you can expect another outcome, to be honest? And let me read these 2 quotes, very interesting to me. First one: the problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of others people's money. This is Margaret Thatcher. And another one: the goal of socialism is communism, Mr. Lenin. And folks, maybe it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. This is how it works, and they will find more areas to tax you. And they don't care, to be honest. And let's imagine that, for instance, in your work, you will not, just deliver KPIs by 3 months, or you make some huge mistake. So you are at risk to be fired, right? And for these folks in government, there is completely no accountability. Just they're spending not their money, and they don't care. They completely don't care. And you can expect more taxation down the road. And you see, if you are workman, woman in the UK, if you want to save, you will be almost robbed. And if you are living from the social welfare, you will be better off. I think many people in the UK now consider to leave the country. And I see many people look at the Poland, like the country that they can move. So if you have any questions about Poland, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm happy to help, as for many people in the UK, the situation is getting worse and worse. And at some point, each of us can say someday, enough is enough. And another slap in the face. US banks announce UK expansion projects hours after budget. JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs reveal plans for London and Birmingham as sector is spared tax rises. So JP Morgan will build offices in London, and Goldman Sachs will invest some money to expand their offices in Birmingham. So this is a pure example how it works. They squished the working people, they take more money from them, but the bankers, the big companies, just will benefit. And this is how it works. The same scenario everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Another story from Ireland. Bank of Ireland to pilot loan to support homeowners trading down. So it's very interesting. The Bank of Ireland will pilot a new loan product allowing people to trade down to a smaller home, and this loan will encourage especially older people to move to smaller house. So the question is, why this kind of offer pops up now in the market? And I think it is because they know and they can easily predict that people, just struggling nowadays massively with paying the bills, with paying mortgages, and they know down the road the situation will be just getting worse. So especially for older people, I think it's a bit risky, and they should be very careful, because I assume many people, don't know very good how economy works. They can easily, be exploited by this new offer. And from one side they can be promised to pay a lower, just the mortgage monthly, but in the long run they will be paying more interest. So it's very interesting, and as I said, just be careful, and if you want to take this loan or consider it, so just double check, and don't allow the bankers and the governments, just the benefits from you. Another information from the US, the 2 National Guard members were critically wounded in attack near White House. The shooter was a man from Afghanistan, and Mr. Trump promised to deploy more soldiers to Washington, D.C. So there is no single day without just the bad information, bad news. And I even don't remember a day that from financial point of view, just that we can see that something will be better. There is no chance. And we face this global debt risk. It's systemic. It's absolutely massive. The Japanese now are on the brink completely to fall, with a massive debt, with a massive bonds problem, and it will be just spreading across the world. It's a matter of time. The collapsing is a matter of time. This is how it works. So remember, guys, remember, folks, the socialism, the communism always works in just one way: to take your money, to squeeze you, to tax you more, and to give this free money for people who don't work, who don't want to work. Yeah. So only more taxation for foreseeable future. Yeah. Take care, and I wish you a great Thanksgiving Day for all people in the US. All the best. God bless.